Season 4, Episode 5, Building Awareness. Previously on The Hook, Emma and David began developing their public outreach program to educate people on the dangers of romance scams. Amara and Ethan delved deeper into his childhood, exploring how cultural expectations and familial pressures contributed to his decisions. Meanwhile, survivors of scams began reaching out, providing personal accounts that shed light on the emotional toll of these schemes. As the team worked to refine their strategies, they prepared to host their first public workshop. The camera pans across a modest conference room in a local library. A projector hums softly, projecting the title slide, Exposing the Scams, Protecting Yourself and Others. Emma stands at the front, her demeanor confident but compassionate, as David adjusts the microphone. "Thank you all for coming today," Emma begins. "We know how difficult this topic can be to discuss, but understanding these scams is the first step toward protecting yourself and others." David clicks to the next slide, which displays examples of fake profiles, including a well-known image of Tom Ernsting. These images are stolen from unsuspecting individuals like Tom, David explains. He's a real person with no involvement in these scams, yet his photos have been used to deceive countless victims. It's a reminder that anyone can be affected, directly or indirectly. The audience murmurs, some nodding, others exchanging skeptical glances. A woman in the back raises her hand. "But how do you know these people aren't complicit? What if they're in on it?" Emma takes a deep breath, her tone measured. "That's a valid question, and it's one we hear often. The truth is, these individuals are victims too. Their images are stolen without consent, and they often face backlash from people who assume they're involved. That's why we're here, to spread awareness and dispel these misconceptions." Later that evening, Amara and Ethan sit in her office, the sound of rain tapping against the window. Amara sips her tea as Ethan hesitates before speaking. "I've been thinking about what you said," Ethan begins, his voice low, "about how being the oldest son shaped my choices. It wasn't just tradition, it was the constant pressure. Everyone expected me to provide, to succeed, no matter what it took." Amara nods, her expression gentle. "It sounds like you carried an impossible weight. But Ethan, understanding why you made those choices doesn't mean excusing them. It's about recognizing the factors that led you here so you can move forward." Ethan looks down at his hands. I want to do something good now, to make up for it." "And you are," Amara says firmly. "Every time you share your story, you're helping someone else avoid the same traps. That's how we build awareness, by being honest about what's happened and using it to create change." After the workshop, Emma and David sit in their car, reviewing notes. "That question about complicity, it stuck with me," Emma says. "People are so quick to blame the face they see in the profile. How do we get them to look deeper?" David taps his pen against the dashboard. "We need more stories, survivors willing to speak out, people like Ethan willing to explain how the schemes work. If we can personalize it, maybe we can shift the narrative." Emma nods. "And we'll need to reach out to platforms like social media companies. If they can step up their efforts to identify and block fake profiles, it'll make a huge difference." The episode ends with a brief video clip submitted anonymously by a scam survivor. The woman's face is blurred, but her voice is steady. "They told me everything I wanted to hear, how beautiful I was, how much they cared about me. By the time I realized it was a scam, I'd lost thousands of dollars and all my trust in people. I'm sharing this because I don't want anyone else to feel as alone as I did." The screen fades to black with the words, "If you or someone you know has been affected by a scam, help is available. Visit website link for resources and support." Next on Episode 6, Turning the Tide. As the team's first workshop sparks interest and questions, they begin refining their approach to reach a broader audience. Amara continues working with Ethan, uncovering more about his past and the systemic pressures that drive people into scamming. Meanwhile, David and Emma connect with social media platforms to push for stronger safeguards against fake profiles. Can they turn the tide and build a movement of awareness, or will the skepticism they face prove too strong? Find out in The Hook, Episode 6, Turning the Tide.